guys, it is Aoife from Fred We See Died Laughing, and I'm here with my Booktubeathon TBR. So I love Booktubeathon and I'm really happy that it's coming around again this year and this month, and I am just really eager to get on with reading all the books that I want to read for it. So I'm going to tell you the books I'm reading, which are obviously corresponding with the Booktubeathon challenges this year, and I will tell you now what I'm going to read. A lot of my books are actually going to, I have like 7 books in total, but a lot of them are could actually do for a few different challenges. So I'm hoping to get all of them read, but in case I don't, I'm going to try and get as much challenges done as possible. So the first challenge is to read a book with a person on the cover, and for this one I have chosen Unblemished by Sarah Ella. This is one I've had literally since it came out because I pre-ordered it because Sarah Ella is a booktuber and I wanted to support her, and she is a really lovely person. So I was really eager to read her book and I just never got around to it. And now the second book, which is Unraveling, I do believe it's called, is come out. I have that one on NetGalley. I need to read that one at some point over the next few weeks, so I really need to read the first one. And obviously this has a person on the cover, as you can see. This very beautiful cover has a person on it, and this is kind of a YA supernatural fairy tale, I think. So I'm really eager to actually read it and see what it's all about. The second challenge is to read a hyped book, and I have 2 different books picked out for this one because I don't know if I'll get around to the second one I've picked, but the first one is Always and Forever by Jenny Han, which is the 3rd book in the Lara Jean series. I loved the first 2 books, so I really want to get around to reading the 3rd one, which I have on my Kindle. I feel like this will be a really quick read. I read all the other ones really quickly, so I think this one will be one I'll be able to fly through. But in case I have any extra time, I'm going to read Lord of Shadows, or at least start Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare, because this one is obviously super hyped because it's Cassandra Clare and the Shadowhunters, but I need to read this really quickly because I know I'm going to end up getting spoiled on it if I don't read it soon, because I know something dramatic happens in this book. I've seen people's reactions about it, but I just don't know what exactly happens, and I don't want to know until I've read the book, so I really need to get on and read this book just so I know myself what happened. The next book is to finish a book in one day. I'm not sure if I'll get around to this one, but if I am going to attempt it, and I'm going to attempt it with Two Boys Kissing by David Levitan. This is a book that I've heard loads of great things about, and I just haven't gotten around to. And I also have this signed by David Levitan because I met him last year at DepCon in Dublin, and so this is just one I really want to read. It's not too long. The writing in it is quite big, as you can see. It is about 200 pages, about 230 pages, so I think if I have an evening to myself, I'll be able to fly through this one. Hopefully. We'll see. Number 4 is read a book with a character who's different to yourself, and for this one I'm actually going to go for a non-fiction book, and I'm going to try and read The Princess Diaries by Carrie Fisher. I have this one on my Kindle. I got it like on an Amazon deal, I think, and it's one I do actually really want to read because I think she was just a really interesting person. I love Star Wars like most people, and yeah, I just want to read one of her books because I've heard some of her books are really good. I've heard pretty good things about this one. I kind of wish I had the audiobook because I think it would be really cool to listen to it with her actually narrating it, but I don't think, I only listen to audiobooks through my library app, so I don't think they have it. I might double check it, but if I can, I'll try and listen to it if I can find it somewhere on my library, but if not, I'll obviously be reading it. But yeah, this one just sounds really good, and it'll be a nice nostalgic read, maybe if she talks a bit more about Star Wars, which I think she does a lot in this book. So yeah. Number 5 is to finish a book completely outdoors. And I think this might be a problem for me because even though it's July, Irish weather is very unpredictable. It can be sunny one day and rainy the next. It can be rainy in the morning and sunny in the afternoon, or vice versa. We just don't know what kind of day we have, and I also just don't really like outside. Like sometimes I'll go outside, but if it's really hot, I just end up a big sweatbox, so I don't really like to be outside too long. And as well, I get really bad like hay fever, so my allergies just go crazy. So I'll try my best to read outside, but I don't know if it'll happen. Maybe I'll just read in the conservatory and, like, you know, make that it, because like that's almost outside. I'll be able to see outside if I sit in the conservatory. But I have chosen When Light is Like Water by Molly McCluskey for this book. This is a book I got from Penguin Ireland for review, and I still haven't reviewed it. It's absolutely beautiful, as you can see, and it's kind of a book that you would like to be outside with, because like this is a lovely outsidey cover. So yeah, this is kind of a book that you should probably read at the beach or something. But yeah, before that very rude interruption by a falling book, this is a book that I'm going to attempt to read. It is quite short as well. It is almost 200 pages, about 200 pages, so this also could be one that I could read for the read a book in one day. I'm not reading this book, which is decided to interrupt the video, but I'll get to you eventually, just not right now. Number 6 is to read a book I bought because of the cover, and I'm going to try and read Eleanor by Jason Gurley, and as you can see, this book cover is just amazing. I love this book cover so much. I actually got this book for free, I think, or for like €2 because I traded in some books and got some store credit in Chapters in Dublin, and this book is just so beautiful. I just think this book cover is just amazing. So I definitely picked this up because of the cover. I'm actually not really sure what it's about, but yeah, I'll give it a go. That is all the books I am planning to read this week for Booktubeathon. Please let me know what books you've chosen for the challenges, if you've read any of these books, or if you want to read them. Thank you guys for watching as always, and I'll see you guys again next time.